What is up, what ifers? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got some more crazy TikToks for you to check out. So you're gonna wanna stay locked in, cause you ain't gonna believe this.
The biggest realization I had when I left the US. We live in the fucking matrix here. If you feel like you've been indoctrinated to be a fucking slave, it's because it's true. If your gut is telling you that this is not what life is supposed to be, it's because it's true. I promise you, all you need to do is buy a fucking flight. Get the fuck out of the US. Don't move, right? Just fucking go on like a 2-week trip just so you can open your fucking mind. Because the reality of it is, we've all been indoctrinated since kids. And a lot of you guys who have this spiritual awakening and you're seeing the Matrix for what it is, that's a good start. But you do need to get out of the US to really unlock the fucking cheat code. Because that confirmation when you step out of the US soil, you're in another country, that confirmation of, oh my God, I am slaving my life away, slaps you in the fucking face. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you fucking hate your job, if you fucking hate your situation that you have here in the US, buy a fucking plane ticket. Fucking throw a dart at a map and fucking pick a random country and fucking fly there. Because people like me fucking talking about it on TikTok is not good enough. It's not good enough.
I have a few photos of our sun from 1990. I've seen the sun simulator documents from NASA. I can say it does hold some validity to that sun simulator situation because in the mid to late 90s, our orange sun disappeared. And now the new generation doesn't even remember our orange sun because they wasn't here for it. We grew up with it all our lives mostly, you know what I'm saying? So we seen the change. And that's the scary part, is that people didn't see the swap out. And then you have these other objects that's coming to here. It's a picture from 1990 also, in the daytime, of our original sun. As you see, it's not silver. Alright? So like I told you, man, we standing on business out here, man. They really mad with me because, boy, I'm blowing the hinges off everything, man. You already know how we doing it, man. You got to keep God first out here, man, in this field. Get rough out here, man. They ruffle a couple of fellas, man. You know, they coming for throat, coming for limbs and everything. You already know how they doing it. Keep God first.
Every major city in North America was destroyed by fire between 1850 and the early 1900s. Every city in America was torched. So we don't really know what was here anymore. They left a few museums or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, no, look at the great, look, whoever's watching, look at your big city, wherever you are. Atlanta, New York, Chicago, doesn't matter where. Type in the Great Fire of, and then type in your city. You're going to see that at some point between 1850 and 1930, your city was completely devoured. That was in this country.
You know, the flaw about that is that I'm pretty sure every major city at one point in time in history had a major fire because there wasn't always electricity in these cities. So moving from not having electricity to having electricity, oh, there was gonna be some issues because things have to be perfected, right? Like, that's why electricity has come so far now, because of all of the mistakes that were made in the past, right? So yeah, I mean, that don't mean that it's some sort of conspiracy theory connected to it though. I mean, come on, y'all. Sometimes we gotta think a little more logical. That's all I'm saying. Just a little more logical. But what y'all think?
New York, what do y'all have going on out there? If you don't know, New York is trying to pass a bill, a law, whatever, to make sure that if government officials want to come into your house and take you away, swoop, 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 they can. And if you think you're gonna fight back by saying no.
See, I have nothing against my homosexual people, man. It's like when they explain and stuff, they gotta be all extra. Why you had to say a swoop, 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 swoop?
They swoop, swoop, swoop.
Why you had to do that? It's like everything is animated with them. Yeah, swoop, swoop, swoop.
They swoop, swoop, swoop.
Is it just me? That bothered me.
Swoop, swoop, they can. And if you think you're gonna,
I gotta go back
to make sure that if government officials want to come into your house and take you away, swoop, 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 they can. And if you think you're gonna fight back by saying no, my rights, you no longer have them. People are trying to make the masses aware that they are stripping us of our rights. We, the people, are not paying attention. Like, come on. So let me put it like this. If a government official feels the need to come into your spot, your crib, where you lay your head at, where you pay your bills at, to come and take you against your will with no explanation, they're about to be able to do that. And if you think that they're going to stop at New York, you're wrong. It's giving New York as the testing ground for nationwide. Not on your side. Pay, and I can't stress this enough, attention. Everybody want to be so focused on J. Cole apologizing and beefing with da-da-da-da. Y'all want to be so focused on Ramonte and
Da-da-da-da.
y'all want to be focused on these beefs that don't involve y'all. Y'all not focused on the fact that y'all are losing y'all rights.
You know what though? He said some facts though, and I'm gonna say this: like, you gotta ask the question, why New York though? Why New York? Why one of the biggest cities in the country? Why not like small cities or small towns to test on? I don't know, man. Me personally, I don't think New York is a testing ground for anything. I just think something's going on in New York. They're just cleaning it up, I guess. You know, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It just don't sound like they're testing it for other people. Like, cause us little back town people, man, like, you know, we got a lot of back ways we can get past and you go out to catch us. The big city living people don't have that. So, you know, I don't know. It could be a testing ground. What y'all think?
Hi, I'm Trevor Moore. Did you know that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America? It's illegal. It's a federal offense. It's one of the only sentences that you're not allowed to say. Now, it was okay for me to say it right then because I was just telling you that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America. I'm not actually saying it. I'm just letting you know that it's illegal to say that. It's kind of like a public service. I'm letting you know so that you don't accidentally go out and say something like that. But what's interesting is that it's very illegal to say, I really, really think someone out there should kill the President of the United States of America. That's illegal, extremely illegal, very, very illegal, but not illegal to say with a mortar launcher. Because that's its own sentence. It's an incomplete sentence, but it may have nothing to do with the sentence before that. So that's perfectly fine, perfectly legal. I also found out that it's incredibly illegal, extremely illegal to go on television and say something like the best place to fire a mortar launcher at the White House would be from the roof of the Rockefeller Hewitt building because of minimal security and you'd have a clear line of sight to the president's bedroom. Insanely illegal, ridiculously, recklessly, insanely
Is he for real?
illegal. Yet even more illegal to show an illustrated diagram. Insane.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Why would they play like that on TV? I don't know, man.
Dude, you guys showed me, one of you showed me the commercial from back in the day.
Dude, that fucking that commercial is insane because it looks amazing.
What? There's an old commercial from the 90s of like alien reptilian, and this thing is like spot on. And a lot of people say like this is like really an old commercial that featured a reptilian.
I'm telling you,
like time passed and we just forget about
when
it.
I see it, I'm telling you, like when I look at it on the phone, it creeps me out.
Your mama and daddy out of the room. I got.
Nah, bro, I remember this commercial, bro. I remember it used to come on at like 12 and 1 o'clock at night when you just lay down. I was a kid in the 90s, man. Yeah, I remember this, man. That commercial did creep me out. I ain't gonna lie, that commercial is the reason why I don't do drugs. Not even gonna lie, but I remember this commercial, man.
You up on this. You know who I am. Snake. Dealing in weed, coke, crack. Your choice. Take one hit and you'll do anything that steal from your mama, lie, cheat on your
his
homeboys.
face started to change.
That's the price you pay when you deal with dudes like me. Now, some folks will tell you that I'm dealing in poison, but hey, do I look like the kind of guy that would do that to a kid like you? Yes.
Not even go lie though, before it even got to that part, before it even got to the part where he actually turned into a whole snake or whatever, reptilian or whatever you want to call it, the fact that his face was changing would actually make me turn over and not even want to look at it. And one night I looked at it for real, because my big brother and them were like, you know, man, just look at it. It ain't that scary, you know. And over time, I actually like got used to the commercial. But bro, yeah, no lie though, I gotta run that back one more time. Hold on.
Hey, little dude, send your mama and daddy out of the room. I gotta get you up on
And if
this.
you notice, like,
Who I am.
every time something passes him, his face morphs just a little bit. Come on, man. What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Hi, I'm Trevor.
You know what? Maybe they don't want me to see it. Okay, so y'all, it doesn't want to replay the video. I don't know. Could them people be watching? Could they be trying not, wanting us to see that or something? Because it's crazy, because when I go to another video like this, Plays perfectly fine. Go back. Nothing. The video before it.
Hi, I'm Trevor Moore.
Plays fine. This. Technically, I would have an explanation for this, and I did everything. I ran down my checklist. I did all the necessary steps to make sure it plays again, and it don't want to play again, man. But what y'all think about that? That is crazy. I'm gonna have to find a way to edit this in. Let's continue, man.
This woman was driving down a road and she saw something in this field that's absolutely terrifying. It looks like a human, but it's solid white and it looks like it's twitching. She continues to drive, I guess, to try to get a better look at this thing. It is terrifying. It almost looks like a zombie. It's just standing there looking at her. You can see it kind of twitch its head every few seconds. I know if this was me, personally, I would get the fuck out of there. Especially after this part, because it just falls. Straight up disappears. And she finds it after a while ducking down in the grass. I cut the video up some to save some time, but what is that thing? I zoomed in so you can see it better, because that is not a person. I don't know what that is. What do you think about this, and what would you do if you saw this?
My question is that why it didn't run straight towards the person? 'Cause, you know, zombies aren't conscious of anything around them, right? Supposedly, according to all the movies we've seen. So yeah, it would have automatically ran towards her, but I don't know. What y'all think?
Here's what Joe Biden said to Iran yesterday about attacking Israel.
Send your message to Iran in this moment.
Don't. Okay, let's see what Iran's answer was to old corn pop. Nobody takes you serious, Joe. And that's fucking terrifying for us Americans. We just watched Iran declare war on Israel. We're watching World War III begin in front of our own eyes. I mean, you can't stop it no matter what you do. There's not gonna be a signed treaty, a handshake that says sorry about that. This shit is biblical. And this one shakes me to my core. Nothing good is gonna come from this. You'll be lucky if we even see a fucking election in November. You mark my fucking words. Cheers.
Now, that's the stuff I believe. I believe that what's happening now isn't biblical. It's happening because we have shit leaders. That's all I'm gonna say. And it goes back to my other videos where I say, get prepared. That's all you can do. Get prepared for whatever is to come. We don't know exactly what's to come, but we kind of got an idea. So because you got an idea, then you need to be trying to do something about it, right? That's all I'm saying.
Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known. Police.
I don't know what's going on here. It's like a fake video. That's what it looked like.
Anyone inside? Police, anyone inside, make yourself known.
This is like a jump scare video. It's like, that's it. That's all we got right there. I don't even know where this video came from.
All right. So for those of you who know Georgia, or at least the metro Atlanta area, you know Stone Mountain. And recently I went hiking up Stone Mountain. And I took a picture. And, okay, so just now I came across a TikTok that was in reference to people taking pictures of the sky and altering the, like, you know, putting the effects on it and stuff. And I was like, you know, I tried that before. And then, you know, I just kind of was like, I don't think it's anything. And I'm seeing it again. And I said, oh, you know what? Hold up. Wait, let me go. And people are like showing, like they're looking at the sky and they're seeing these grid-like patterns after they edit the photos. Like they change the lighting and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me take this photo that I had taken on top of Stone Mountain and let me alter the lighting and stuff and see if I see anything, you know, that I didn't notice before. Right? So this picture right here, y'all, is the original picture that I took, right? Oh yeah, okay. Do y'all see anything strange, different, you know, off? Anything, right?
Yes.
And also mind you, the sky was very clear that day. Now I know it looks like, you know, a little foggy. It really wasn't. For the most part, it was very, very clear. It was, you know, not really a cloud in the sky. You can even see the little bit of cloud that was in the sky. And mind you, we are on top of Stone Mountain, right? All right, gave y'all a second, and I'm gonna show you what I saw when I changed the lighting of the picture. Y'all, what is that circle there? What is that?
I saw that circle before she did that.
Now my camera was clean. Okay, I wiped my camera. It was all nice and neat. I looked at it. I could have sworn I took a clear picture. I didn't see no sun or moon in front of me. And like I said, the sky was clear. So y'all, what is that? Okay, hold on.
Okay, let me say this for those who don't know. A camera is made from a few things actually, but mostly glass, right? Glass reflects, period. Now, why when people mess with the settings and manipulate, why do they see these computer chip like patterns? First of all, you have to understand a camera is made with a sensor in the middle, and that sensor is a computer chip. Ultimately, that's what the sensor is. That is what gives you the picture that you're looking at right now. The sensor in the camera. They use the glass to reflect the light because the camera does the same thing that your eyes do. What you don't realize is that when vision comes into your eyes, it comes in upside down. Your brain fixes it so it comes in right side up. A lot of people don't understand it. So when you manipulate a photo and you bring all of the natural settings that the factory gave you so you can get the clearest picture possible, you are in fact exposing the sensor of the camera. So those computer chip patterns that you are seeing are actually the sensor of the camera. You don't believe me? Go do your own research. I'm not telling you anything that isn't out there on the internet, but it's about what you search for. If you're searching for videos saying computer chips in the sky, you're going to find that because the search engine is going to give you videos similar to things based off what you typed. But if you go in and say, why do I see my camera sensor when I manipulate the settings? It'll explain to you exactly why you see that. But this is simple stuff, man. Like, no, if I'm gonna look up one thing, I'm gonna look up the other. I'm gonna look up all the possible variables that could be. Not just gonna see one thing and just go with it. That's what a lot of people do.
And now this.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
High alert, expecting flooding. I mean, you look up and down the East Coast, everywhere from Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, all the way up to Boston, Massachusetts.
This is on the heels of the strange anomaly that showed up in the Atlantic Ocean.
They said it was a glitch, but
a period of 36 hours, implying explain that there were waves out here above.
Water rising and flooding on the East Coast.
For about a day and a half. Don't know the full details behind what actually occurred.
That thing
here.
is huge.
I took a look at it, and what made the most sense to me, other than obviously some sort of a digital glitch, would have been an underwater craft of some sort, obviously quite large and along the eastern seaboard of the United States. You can see there's flooding being forecasted, extending from North Carolina all the way up into lower Massachusetts, and even a little bit farther north. The green areas are flood advisories. The red areas are the areas where water is supposed to rise today. In fact, if we click on one of these, we can see just how much. Moderate flooding almost at the major stage. The purple line is major flooding in Bishop's Head, Maryland. Again, this is today, right now as I do this video.
Brace yourselves. So what's supposed to be happening? Splitting of the countries or the states, creating new continents or countries or something? I don't know. But I haven't heard much about the floodings on the East Coast. And, you know, I haven't seen like any TikToks about it or anything. Have y'all?
Yo, listen to this.
Creator of Inside Search tool. TikTok is showing you what people are searching for. Here's the part that gets crazy for you. And click on Content Gap. There's gonna be searches on there that people are looking for, but there's not enough content. So if that's within your niche, you need to make a video right away. Use that search.
So listen, right, y'all. I was like, let me try this shit out. I'm saying, let me see what everybody want to see what's going on TikTok. Do y'all find this weird? That this is 90% search? What, bro? Mind you, this is the highest search thing. Why though? If y'all thinking what I'm thinking, yo, I don't know, man. These searches is weird. This shit is weird. Do y'all agree? Oh my god!
It could definitely be like on some weird stuff, but it also could be little children looking for little children. I don't know. I like to think the most positive stuff before I start thinking negative, because it very well could be some pedos. We don't know.
What the fuck? What the... Oh my fucking... Cicada getting insect invasion will be biggest bug emergence in centuries. Ain't no fucking way. Insect STD can cause hallucinatory effect on birds that might eat them. What the fuck is going on? Cicadas are nature's weirdos. They pee stronger than us, and STD can turn them into zombies. The fuck is going on? The periodical cicadas that are about to infest 2 parts of the United States aren't just plentiful, they're downright weird. These insects are the strongest urinators in the animal kingdom. What the fuck? These insects are the strongest urinators in the animal kingdom, with flows that put humans and elephants to fucking shame. Apparently, y'all, it's not just a few of them or a couple thousand. They said a fucking trillion of these motherfuckers is gonna be infesting the U.S. A trillion, more than a trillion. What the fuck? I swear, if I see one, I'm not going outside. What the fuck? Why the fuck is this a thing? Why the fuck is this a thing? Fuck. Fucking way. It's bamboozling. This is all jokes aside though. Did y'all just see what the fuck I just showed y'all? What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck is this a thing? Why is it happening this way? The fucking birds is gonna be eating the cicadas and they're gonna be hallucinating too? And then they gonna turn into zombies too? And
at this point, the G word is just playing with y'all's emotions right now, because they also said the cicadas were supposed to emerge during the eclipse. I ain't seen one. There been a couple of videos talking about they seen them, but it ain't unnatural for cicadas to emerge. Like, I've seen cicadas during the summertime, and you know, that's normal. You know, I've seen them shed their skin on tires, and you know, but this is normal. But come on, these numbers are over exaggerated. Now they talking about the cicadas are freaky. Now they rapists. Come on now. I don't know. Y'all believe it? Hypersexual zombie cicadas infected. How did they get infected? Like, did they create these cicadas? Because y'all know the G word is good for doing that.
So I told y'all a month ago that nobody was getting their taxes and nobody wanted to believe me. But look at the outcome. All of your tax money was sent to Ukraine, and the rest of it that's left is getting ready to be sent to Israel. Your government is working on a bill now to send even more of that money to Ukraine.
As early as 6 a.m. ahead of the 9 a.m. opening.
The line is around 2 corners, 3 corners. This one, 4 corners. It's 4 corners long.
The IRS held the extended hours Saturday ahead of Monday's tax deadline. No appointment needed. People were able to get one-on-one help from an IRS representative. But Atlanta News First learned many of them didn't come by choice.
All I need to do is verify my identity, and that's it.
Wow.
It's a tiny process, but still in all, to wait this long.
Almost everyone we spoke to had already filed their taxes, but received an email or letter in the mail similar to this, stating they needed to come in person to verify their identity before their refund could be released.
Kept calling the phone numbers. It's such a hassle just to get through the phone numbers and get information about what's going on and what you need to do. I finally got the phone number, said I could verify over the phone. Try to verify over the phone. No, you have to come in person.
Frustrated and fed up.
The last day to file your taxes is April 15th. It's Monday, right? But guess what? We still gonna have to verify after Monday.
Dozens of people in line had no other choice but to wait.
Yes, I want my money. I work for this money. It's my money and I want it now. Hopefully it's over soon and everybody get their money because it's time to get paid.
In downtown Atlanta, Brittany Ford.
First off, it's sad because all of them look like me. Are there any white people out there that had this problem?
Okay, so look, listen to me. I'm sitting in my house. Right?
Blue beam.
You see me make a
back in
video
full effect
of the somebody or something in the sun. It's a clear day. It's after April the 8th, after the eclipse. So I'm coming out here to film this one more again. There he is. It's a man or something walking in the midst of the sun. You see this? He's right there on top. I'm not moving this camera. He's right there on the top. Hold up. Let me come down and make sure I get this as best I can. This is third time. And as you can see, he's right there on the top, walking in the midst of the sun.
Yeah, nah, bro. That is Project Bluebeam. And I hate to say it, but we're going to have to brace ourselves for the deception. The deception that they talk about in the Bible is Bluebeam. They're going to make you see everything in the Bible. Period, man.
Y'all, this is getting bad. The Iron Dome defense system has failed, and this is Israel. They're being attacked by like every single angle there is. Hezbollah, Iran, even the Houthis are sending missiles at them right now. I was pretty sure their Iron Dome was not going to be able to compete with everything that was coming. All of Israel is red right now. All of it. And it's just getting started. Waves are still being sent at.
You know what's crazy about these type of wars is that I don't understand the why. I know what the why is, but I don't understand the why. And these countries, one in particular, has always barged and bulldozed their way into somebody else's territory, all over some sort of resource. I mean, you're not gonna come on somebody's land and just take the resource, and especially when you got resources on your own land. It may not be as plentiful, but you have those resources. That's why you create friendships with these different countries and colonies so the world could be at peace. But they always want to take it, that one country in particular. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
We speak. Not just Jordan, but now Egypt has closed its airspace. And guess whose planes are flying in right now to assist and aid and help is Britain, of course. It would be, right? A NATO ally, of course. The longer this goes on, the worse it's going to get because there is so much headed their way. This is nothing yet. And so far, 40 Israelis have passed away due to the conflict which just started. This is insane. The Israeli people were acting fine until they found out that the Iron Dome was not going to protect them from everything that was coming their way. This was at the very beginning when the Iron Dome was still trying to keep up with all the stuff. Now Iran said, if Israel does not retaliate, it'll be over. Well, guess what? The Israeli leaders got together right after that happened and already said they'd be doing a swift retaliatory strike against Iran. This is going to get a lot worse. You might as well bookmark this video, because in the history books in the future, when we look back at this WW111, what we're going to see is this date right here for the beginning.
You know, the other thing that I don't understand is about these type of wars is that, you know, in war, you're supposed to plan your moves and keep them within the vicinity of your infantry, right? But they always, even us, we always broadcast our next move. He just said what Israel said they were going to do. They could have had the upper hand by not saying what they were going to do and countered them and hit them from the blind side, right? At least that's how we was taught that war was supposed to go. But how are we, the regular people, knowing what the opposition is going to do and the opposition knowing what we're going to do? Like, I don't understand that.
So I'm on vacation, and now I gotta deal with this crazy thing going on in Iran and Israel, because this has always been the plan. Start World War III if Joe Biden gets so unpopular he's likely to lose, because no incumbent president has ever lost re-election during a major war. And don't underestimate history. Don't underestimate wartime propaganda. I said this on October 7th, and I've been saying it ever since. What was in the news cycle 24/7 during 2020? A manufactured disease, a manufactured race war, censorship of anyone that questioned the narrative, surveillance of those that dared to rebel, division amongst friends and family, compliance amongst the trusted leaders of society, church, education, medicine, science. What's been going on non-stop since October 7th? A manufactured border crisis, a manufactured religious war, an eventual actual world war. What's happened recently? Congress tries to take control of TikTok, the largest social media platform that spreads information amongst the populace. Discord, the major communication platform for fringe communities, has new terms and conditions going into effect April 15th. They can delete servers for misinformation. House approves FISA 702 to allow the government to spy on the people without a warrant. And now all the necessary pieces are in place. Biden poses a picture in the Situation Room. For your protection, we need to monitor you. You know how we just let in millions of unknown people? Gotta keep you safe from them now. 2020, so many people that could have spoken up and said something stayed silent, compliant. Let the authoritarians take unfettered control of our lives. And the establishment silenced them, those that dared to speak up. Wartime propaganda is 10 times more vicious than pandemic propaganda. Don't stay silent.
Yeah.
Silence is
Those
compliance.
are facts, bro. Wartime propaganda is crazy, and that's what I was saying about. Those are the things that we need to be worried about instead of UFOs and aliens, because all of those things are manufactured distractions. If you don't believe in Project Bluebeam, that's your problem. But you cannot sit up here, and I'm gonna go with what I know I see every day, right? I see the issues in this country. I see the issues with the people of this country. I see the issues with the leaders. Those are the things that scare the hell out of me. I am not worried about no UFOs, no ghosts. I'm not worried about any of that stuff, because none of that stuff literally matters at this point. So that's why I always speak more so on things being fake and how we need to focus on the things that we can see with our own two eyes, not what we see on video. This stuff is going on in your own backyard right here. You know, ain't no time to be waiting on nobody to come save us. It's time for you to get prepared and protect your family. That's it, man. That's all there is.
So many of you know that Antarctica has been going through some strange events in the last few years. Around the year 2020, we were initially told that Antarctica's ice was melting, causing massive ice shelves to break off and drift into the ocean. A little bit after this, it was reported that a prehistoric river was discovered under Antarctica that spanned about 300 miles long. And due to mysterious events happening around the same time, like the US testing 40,000-pound bombs in the middle of the ocean, and about 200 whales randomly washing up on the shore in Australia, theories began to emerge that the melting ice in Antarctica allowed prehistoric creatures to leak into our oceans and disrupt their ecosystems. Now, obviously, that's just a theory,
But it was brought to my attention that a very large and strange anomaly was caught coming out of Antarctica. I want you to check it out and let me know what you think.
Taking place on Ventu Sky. I don't know what this blob is here, but it's coming from what looks like Antarctica. If we backtrack a little bit, you're going to see it disappear and reappear on the screen. So we move into Monday the 8th, which was obviously 3 days ago. Watch as we move into Tuesday. This mass pops up with waves of 83.7 feet in height. What in God's name is this thing moving out of Antarctica, as you can see, and then it moves up the coast of Africa into the Atlantic Ocean. Watch as we move into Wednesday the 10th, Thursday the 11th, which is today. This is going on right now. I don't know if these waves are actually hitting the coast or if this is some sort of glitch in the system, but I've never seen anything like this. This giant blob is showing 83.7 foot waves. This does not seem to be any sort of storm.
If the waves were that high, wouldn't it have like obliterated that part of Africa? I'm just saying.
System. Let me zoom back out here. Let's move forward and see where this thing is projected to go.
Oh my God, people, look. If you follow me, you seen I put this picture out because of the extra lens flare. But I started playing and adjusting the brightness and everything on it, and I found our sun. It is still eclipsed. You remember I pointed out the purple orb right there above this sun simulator. Watch this, people. Look at that. Would you look at that? So, after I adjusted everything out, that's all. Look, I was adjusting. I was just adjusting through everything, you know, and I got to this and I looked, and once I got it, you know, where I could really see, I can see our sun behind the simulator, and it is still
not simulator.
People, we are in the 3 days of darkness. What in the fuck is this government trying to cover up?
Well, y'all know I already explained this earlier in the video, right? You point your camera, your phone camera, or any camera for that matter, at the sun without any kind of filter, it's gonna damage.
All right, y'all ready? Check us out. This is with the Ray-Ban smart glasses, Nikon P1000. Pretty cloudy out here. Let's see what we can get. Yep.
Yeah, see, he has a filter on that lens. So even with the filter, anybody will tell you, you're still not getting the true version of what you're looking at, because the filter isolates it along with what the camera isolates it down to literally nothing, and all you're getting is a white blot pretty much. And it has to do that in order for you to even see the sun.
Iran launches a massive drone and missile attack on Israel. U.S. forces working in coordination with Israel to shoot down some of those drones. Well, dozens of drones, actually. Israeli forces just a few moments ago saying most of those drones were intercepted outside of Israel's border. Joining us now is our national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin, with the latest from the Pentagon. Jen, what do you got?
Hi, John. Well, it's not just drones that have been shot down. As we've reported, U.S. officials tell us that the U.S. military has shot down dozens of those one-way attack drones outside of Israeli airspace, but also ballistic and cruise missiles. We have now learned that U.S. military assets in the region have been used to intercept some of those ballistic and land attack cruise missiles that we were reported in the last hour were fired from Iran. So that means that Iran fired not just drones, but also ballistic and cruise missiles. And what's significant is that the U.S. military engaged at least one of those ballistic missiles in a manner that protected Israel. So U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Central Command, very, very busy tonight across the Middle East. We also understand that the Jordanian Air Force and missile defense systems in Jordan were very, very busy tonight. They have engaged, I'm also told, dozens of drones, Iranian drones that were passing through their airspace. The IDF has been very clear that most of the drones and missiles were destroyed and intercepted outside Israeli airspace. That's good news for Israel, and it shows the incredibly complex, layered missile defense and air assets employed to engage not just these missiles and drones, but also we're told that hostile aircraft were sent by Iran toward Israel, and they were all intercepted, we're told. So a lot of activity in the skies over the Middle East tonight, but we are getting some good signs from the IDF telling Israelis that they no longer necessarily need to be in shelters, and so this first wave of attacks appears to be winding down, but we are told that the U.S. military aircraft are still in the skies patrolling, ensuring that Israel is safe tonight.
You know, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it here. That may have happened for real, but how do we know that it's not all propaganda to cover up something else while they usher us into something else new that's gonna just blow us up out our socks? How do we know? What if? We don't know, man. I always say this, we don't know, but the only thing you can do is get prepared. Prepare for anything. If you feel like the world is about to end, get prepared for that. If you feel like there's got to be a war, get prepared for that. If you feel like aliens are coming, get prepared for that. Get prepared for whatever your mind tells you to get prepared for. The point I'm trying to make is the fact that we literally have no inside look at what they are doing behind these cameras and at these news stations leaves us vulnerable, because they tell us that this is going on there and we don't even know if they creeping here. We don't know, but stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. And like I always say, do what you will with that information. And hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload. Head over to my Instagram, man. Follow me over there, man, for more exclusive content and things that you won't see on the YouTube channel. And I'll add my P.O. box in the description so you can send me letters or whatever you want to send me, man. Don't be scared. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.